Hello and welcome to White Plains, New York, and specifically to the Slater Center here. We're all here in support of Ken Jenkins and his run for the county executive position, which he is ultimately and uniquely qualified for. I want to say a few words about the Slater Center. It is the hub of our community, particularly the Brookfield Commons, Winbrook community. All kinds of events are held here. We have all kinds of programs. Heather Miller, the director, is with us here as well today. And I actually, when I was coming in, the ladies upstairs said, bring these down for everyone for the Thanksgiving meal that we're going to have this Saturday. So this is a beloved part of our community. It's something that we work hard at. We've actually got a couple of grant applications in as part of the DRI initiative. So we're hopeful to make some improvements here in the near future. But we want to welcome everyone. I want to, at this time, I acknowledge that I am joined by so many of my colleagues, all of us in support of Ken. We're joined by our majority leader in the Senate, Andrea Stewart-Cousins, Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins. Mayor Sean Patterson Howard from Mount Vernon. Mayor Yadira Ramos Herbert from New Rochelle. Assembly members Dana Levenberg, Steve Otis, Chris Burdick, Mary Jen Shimsky, Senator Jamal Bailey, Senator Natalia Fernandez, and Assemblyman Gary Pretlow.
Senator Mayor.
I'm sorry?
Senator Mayor.
Another mayor?
Senator Mayor.
And Senator Shelley Mayer. Sorry.
Another mayor, right?
I was so happy to have a list, because normally they ask you to just kind of wing it, and only one person can do that, and he's not here.
That's right. That's right.
So anyway, we're all here because we support Ken, and I can tell you that Ken and I have been pretty tight ever since we started talking about electric vehicles. And when we were both early adopters, and we would kind of warn people when we got going, you might want to step away. But since then, we have become good friends, and I would safely say a week does not pass where we don't talk on the phone, and I would say a week does not pass when we're together at an event. And it's going to usually be multiple times. When George Latimer became county executive, the communication level between county government and local governments went through the roof. It was like night and day. And for me, my pathway was right here. And so all the issues that I've dealt with, I talk to George, of course, but I speak to Ken about them all the time. He knows this county so well, the geography of the county, the people of the county, and the issues of the county. He has spent his lifetime here and spent so much of his time now getting around and being everywhere. He is really the person we need to lead this county into the future. And so I'm very pleased to be here in support of him. And now I am pleased to welcome to the microphone Assemblyman J. Gary Pretlow.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and good afternoon, everyone. I, too, am here to lend my support and my endorsement for our current deputy county executive. A little bit of history. Most of you know that he ran for this against our current county executive, who unfortunately he didn't win that one, but our current county executive saw the great attributes that this young man has and took him on or asked him to be the deputy. And he fulfilled that extremely well. And now, since our current county exec is moving up in the political world, it's up to us now to support our deputy, who has done a magnificent job as deputy county executive. As the mayor just said, he knows this county upside down and backward. He knows Yonkers, he knows Mount Vernon, he knows the northern part, north of 287, south of 287. There are two Westchesters. Well, he knows both halves of him, and I know he'll do a stellar job as our next county executive. And with that, I would introduce my former colleague in the Assembly, current Senator Shelley Mayer.
Thank you so much. And I couldn't be more pleased to be here to support Ken Jenkins for county executive. 3 really compelling reasons. 1, Ken has experience, and experience really matters in making government work. Working with George, and not only that, being a member of the County Board of Legislators, being the chair during a tumultuous time. Ken actually knows how the levers of power work for the county government and how to work with our local governments. These are things that we really got better at during COVID, unfortunately, but with Ken's leadership, working with George, we really had a county that worked better than so many others in addressing the needs of our constituents. So first is extraordinary experience, and don't forget years as president of the Yonkers NAACP on so many not-for-profit boards, willing to go out and take courageous stands in favor of equity and inclusion for everyone in our community. So first was experience. Two is, like George, Ken is willing to go where people are and listen to them where they are. They don't have to agree. We're not going to all agree. Lesson learned from this last election. You have to go where the people are, listen to them, find common sense solutions, try to find a common bridge. Ken is fantastic at that. He's exceptionally talented at being respectful, listening, and then finding a way to go forward. And that is absolutely a key to an effective county executive, and that is what Ken has. And third is, Ken is a person of unity and inclusion, decency and high integrity. We never have to question Ken's motives. He's not in it for anything other than doing the right thing for the people of this county. And I'm privileged to represent districts as far south as Yonkers and as far north as Pound Ridge. Ken is in all of them. Ken is not exclusive to any part of this county. He has made it his business to know every community, to hear every community's concerns, and I'm extremely confident that we are going to be so proud to have Ken as a county executive and that he will really deliver for everyone in this county, everyone, regardless of politics. He will listen, he will find common ground, and he'll move our county ahead. So with that, strong endorsement, heartfelt endorsement for years of working with Ken. It's my honor to turn it over to my leader, the majority leader, who happens to be from the other side of Yonkers, but that's okay. The county leader, our leader, Andrea Stewart-Cousins.
Thank you so much, Senator Mayer. And I was listening to everyone and say, what is there left to say about this extraordinary leader in our county? And so I think for me, it's the history. Very few people know that from the very beginning of my political career, Ken Jenkins was there. He has been a steadfast advisor, friend, confidant, supporter, and consistent in his advocacy for the things that are right, not only for individuals, but for our entire county. When I first met you, you were very, very deeply involved, obviously, in the city. But Ken has grown with every new opportunity. He rises to the level, he encompasses all that there is, and then he brings his own added intellect and makes things work. Whenever I have an issue in the county, obviously, I have a wonderful relationship with our county executive, but sometimes, you know, the county executive is very busy, so then you call Ken. And no matter what the issue is, Ken has a handle on it. If he doesn't have a handle on it, he says, look, I'll get back to you. He finds out what needs to be found out. He gets back to you, and it is always solution-oriented. We are in an extremely divided situation, obviously, in this country, and I would say not so much in this county. And the reason why is because of the leadership. And certainly we're very pleased that George will be representing us in Congress, but I think that at this point, we need a steady hand who gets it, who knows it, and who has at the very core of his public service the ability to bring people together, to build consensus, to get the right information and get to the right answers. We could not do better than supporting Ken Jenkins, not only as his I guess you'll start this possibly in January, but frankly, I just don't think we could do better in terms of electing a county executive that will work with all of our colleagues in government on every level and continue to keep us moving forward as a united community to serve people. So congratulations, and I bet it's my opportunity to introduce the man of the hour, Ken Jenkins. Yeah. The next county executive, I was supposed to say.
Well, first, Good afternoon, everyone. First, let me say thank you to all of my colleagues in government, especially those that were speaking, certainly Mayor Tom Roach, then Assemblyman J. Carrie Pretlow, Senator Shelley Mayer, and Senator Andrea Stewart-Cousins, our leader in the New York State Senate, and all of the colleagues in governments that are here from mayors and the state legislative levels, senators, assembly members, and all the friends that are here with us this afternoon. It is certainly a humbling thing when you have so many of our leaders in every community that are standing with you as you've been moving forward on a journey. So again, thank you for all of you that have been here and taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with me as well. I really appreciate that. So, good afternoon. My name's Ken Jenkins, and I'm here because we're going to talk about some exciting news to share. You know, I love Westchester, and that's every part of Westchester, even the parts that people think are upstate. I think everyone knows that already, but I really do love this county that we all call home. From Yonkers to Yorktown, to Pelham to Peekskill, and even Pound Ridge, we have an amazingly diverse county with limitless potential. My wife, Deborah, who's standing right here looking lovely in red, we moved to Westchester 42 years ago when we got married, and we live on the same block we do now when we raised our 3 children. Westchester gave our family an unmatched quality of life, but we've also seen some of the challenges that Westchester continues to face, and we know there's a lot more that we need to do and can be done, and we got to do that to make all folks' lives easier. Many of you know that my dad, Mel, was a New York City cop, and Lorraine, my mom, was a nurse. They got up every day and went to work keeping people safe and healthy. And they taught me that if you want to make a difference in your community, you need to step up and take action. So I've spent my career attacking Westchester's problems head on, from fighting against a legacy of housing and education discrimination with the NAACP, to serving as chair of the County Board of Legislators, and now as your Deputy County Executive with our friend and Congressman-elect George Latimer. I'm extremely proud of the results that we've been able to achieve together. We've lowered your taxes. We defended abortion rights. We fought hard for social justice. We built affordable housing and kept our crime rate down. We've invested in infrastructure, preserved our open spaces, expanding our parks, and we are always trying to keep our county moving forward while understanding and addressing the growing threat of climate change. That's why I am proudly announcing my campaign to be your next Westchester County Executive. Yay. Because as much as we've done together, there's still much more that we need to do. Too many families are still struggling in this economy. We know climate change is causing major flooding around our counties and more damage in our communities. We need to keep improving our public spaces, our transit systems, and investing in infrastructure. Defend the middle class, bring in good jobs for our families, and overall protect the quality of life for everyone. In this moment, we need a steady, experienced hand who knows how to make county government work for you. The people of Westchester need someone who knows every corner of this county, and I've had the privilege of going around to every corner of our county, who appreciates the strength of our diversity, understands there's not a one-size-fits-all solution for the way that things are and the challenges that play out in our different communities. Someone who shares our values, knows the smallest details of our county government, and will make Westchester affordable for everyone. When Washington fails us, and we don't know if or when that'll happen. We know County Executive Latimer is in congressional training school right now, and we know he's going to do the very best job possible. But we know we need the support. I'm Ken Jenkins, and I know that there is nothing that we can't do together. So I appreciate everyone's support, and let's get to work.
Sugar. Okay. You done? Good job.